What is up, guys? Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today I am back for a new video discussing AOC possibly being an opportunist. So before I start making the video, yes, I've been gone for a month. I did not go missing. I'm okay. I just, my computer stopped working, had to get a replacement. That stopped working, so I had to get this one. Long story short. In case you don't know, Jimmy Dore is a progressive commentator, and he has been pushing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, all the other progressives. I'm talking people like Pramila Jayapal, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, all the, squad members. He has created a proposition, which is that he wants to pressure 10 progressives into threatening to boycott the vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker unless she decides to hold a floor vote on Medicare for all. Now, why is it 10? Well, Democrats have 10 more seats than Republicans in the House. So if 10 Democrats threaten Nancy Pelosi for her reelection, she's going to feel pressure because she wants to have that power of being Speaker. And if all 10 of these progressives boycott the vote, then Kevin McCarthy, the Republican, will most likely win the House of Representatives election. We all know she's a careerist, so this will definitely give her a run for her money. Right? Once again, 10 Democrats, the margin of victory that Democrats have over the Republicans in the House. 10 of them threatening Nancy Pelosi to boycott their votes for her unless she pledges to hold a vote on Medicare for all. Right? Now, but the problem is there are 10 progressives who do not want to do that. Now, are these progressives fake? Are they secretly opportunists? Who knows? But AOC was getting involved in a Twitter war a couple days ago when her supporters demanded that she do this, demanded that she pressure Nancy Pelosi into pledging to hold a vote on Medicare for all, or she'll boycott her support of her. But AOC declined to do that because she's claiming that it's too risky. She's saying, oh, but if 10 Democrats decide not to vote for her, then the Republicans win. Yes, we know, AOC, that is the entire damn point of this proposition. If 10 Democrats threaten to boycott the votes for Nancy Pelosi, then that means she will possibly not remain the Speaker of the House. This will give her a run for her money. So AOC supporters have proceeded to start pressuring her on Twitter, saying, hey, did you hear what Jimmy Dore wants you to do? How about you threaten to boycott your vote for Nancy Pelosi unless she vows to hold a floor vote on Medicare for all? And she doesn't want to do that. So, as a result, she got involved in a Twitter war. And let me just read what some people said to her. So, somebody tweeted, I'm enjoying at Jimmy Dore putting House progressives on the spot on how they aren't demanding anything in return for giving Pelosi their vote for Speaker. He's pointing out that they have not organized a coherent political agenda. Then she replied to him, so she saw the tweet. At least she's actually reading her supporters' tweets. She replied, BS if I'm honest. And so I replied to AOC, saying, can you actually fight for Medicare for all and take a stand against Nancy Pelosi? We elected you to fight for the American people, not to serve the higher-ups and ultimately become the very politician you fought against in 2018. So, don't think she saw my tweet, but she's definitely seeing other tweets about this topic. So, people are tweeting at her saying, you're fake, you're disingenuous, we elected you to serve us, you're not doing anything about it, you need to do this, this is your one chance to fight for Medicare for all, and she isn't. So, it leads me to believe that she could possibly be an opportunist. And she ran on Medicare for all. Now that she's in the government, is she doing anything about it? Look, go ahead. You tell me. You tell me. I'll lay back. What is AOC doing about Medicare for all? Nothing. So she's gotten into the House and she's doing nothing about it. She's not trying to pressure Nancy Pelosi into holding a vote on Medicare for all. Not even that. She's just giving her vote to Nancy Pelosi with nothing in return. So, I'm sorry, but AOC has lost her spine. I miss the old AOC who, in 2019, was pushing for the Green New Deal and just didn't give an F about what the establishment thought. She was just pushing for what she believed was right. But, sad to say, I think DC has changed her. because what people are proposing here is really not that radical. I mean, the entire point of getting into the government is to fight for the people. That's all that Jimmy Dore and Twitter progressives are saying, that she's gone into office and she must now fight Nancy Pelosi for Medicare for all. That's it. You're supposed to push people in politics, not be a pushover. You're supposed to be pushing Nancy Pelosi, not let her push you. So again, the plan, I'll outline it quickly for you. 10 Democrats, because that's the majority of Democrats in the House, need to threaten Nancy Pelosi and say they're going to boycott her vote. Boycott their vote for her, unless she vows to hold a floor vote on Medicare for all. But so far, 0 Democrats want to do that. We have to keep pushing for this. But yeah, I'm really disappointed in AOC and another progressive named Mark Pocan, because he's just coming across as very disingenuous. So again, the Republicans possibly taking the House, that's the entire point. It would give Nancy Pelosi a run for her money. Now, what if, Mateo, Nancy Pelosi vows to hold a floor vote on Medicare for all, and it loses, doesn't pass. The majority of Democrats and Republicans vote against it. Okay, at least now we know who is actually out there fighting for us and who is just pretending to be in favor of these policies. Because I can name multiple progressives right now who are obviously faking it. I mean, we have people like Elliot Engel, right? He was the guy who was beaten out by Jamal Bowman. Massive advocate for Medicare for all, or at least pretending to be. But then behind closed doors, we found out he was taking money from Republican corporations. So, Joe Kennedy, the third, massive advocate of, progressive reform, but then we saw his true colors come out. I covered it during his Senate race against Ed Markey this year. Believe it or not, there are actually more so-called fake progressives out there than you think. There are lots of people out there trying to play the game and doing more than the corporate Democrats. Like, they're straight up pretending to be progressive when they aren't. They're saying, I'm in favor of Medicare for all, I'm in favor of the Green New Deal, I'm in favor of a public free college, but when it actually comes to a vote, they're not going to do it. So, even if this vote fails, which it probably will, we will know who to primary in 2022. So, that's what we need to do. We need to pressure 10 Democrats into threatening to boycott the vote for Nancy Pelosi. Just one person trying to contact their congressional representative via email, phone number, anything, that would really help out. So please, 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 whether you're Democrat, Republican, or whatever, I need you to do this, because it's not about partisan politics. Medicare for all should not be a partisan issue. This is about saving lives. This is about preventing those 30,000 Americans who die every year because they can't afford their health care. That's what this is about. So, give me a favor, go to the description, call those numbers, try to email these people, and that would help us in this fight. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.